Thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. Welcome, everyone. Mr. Kenneth, everyone might not be live, but can just be going on. Thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. So he's going to be talking about digital sales and the marketing strategies that works. I wish I could talk more about this, but you know, but let it do the talking. I want to say thank you, sir, for taking the opportunity to speak to us and being a blessing to us. It's not actually easy taking out your time to share this knowledge and secrets. So I don't know if you can just come in, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you
Hello,
so much.
good evening. Yes, I'll be talking on how to create and execute a digital sales and marketing strategy that works. Thank you so much, Mr. Precious. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank
I'll be starting with myself. My name is Kenneth Okeugo, as you know, and I call myself a growth marketing specialist. Particularly because I love analytical tools. I currently work as a digital marketing specialist for a hospital, IBI, in the United States. Prior to this, I've worked with uh, five other international companies and three other local companies. I would say I'm very analytical. I love using different tools that drive businesses towards traction. Away from the corporate side of me, I love to be called a lifestyle photographer. And when Mr. Precious reached out to me, I saw it as an opportunity to impact and give back. I would say there are some disclaimers to these slides that I'm about to present. Uh, but as we go ahead, I just hope we learn a lot and we apply it into our different businesses. Yes, starting with key assumptions. Why we need these key assumptions is so we could get like a heads up about these strategies I'm about to give. I don't want these to be like a session where uh, someone will just go online and research different things and give it out to the public. This will be different, I promise you. And but it will start with key assumptions. What are the key assumptions that we have for this webinar? First is that the strategies enacted here can apply across board, be you B2B, B2C, small businesses, startups, and large enterprises. But as you know, marketing is not black and white. Yeah, every strategy is still like subject to testing, iterations, and all. But as we go on, you see the strategies that apply to your use case, and then you apply it. Uh, they are based on proven data-driven methods and deliver results when executed, measured, and optimized consistently. That's what I said about having iterative processes. Nothing is guaranteed in marketing, but yeah, that I believe that's why they have models. They've passed through scientific research, and I'll be giving some models ones you know, perhaps some you don't know about that can help your business scale. So every strategy here, yes, it applies whether you're a big company, you're a small company. But if you want like a niche down strategy, I think you can just beep me up for a free consultation. I'll be glad to help. Yes, so we'll get started. Yes, overview of the topics we'll be covering today with the introduction of key subject matters and understanding digital strategy, what it means for your business, or why you need it, and also how to create a digital marketing strategy. After which we'll delve into executing these strategies and measuring and optimizing how to measure what success looks like and optimizing it to full scale. Final thought and next steps. We're starting here. Why a digital strategy matters. So we all know that we're in 2024 and there are lots of companies right now, and the competition is not like when you see people that is in the traditional era where there's no like little to no technological adoption. We're in an era where we see a lot of competitions online. We see a lot of brands, we see a lot of people. We see a lot of brands competing with for attention. Yes, we are in an era where we know that attention is currency. Any brand that is able to get attention of its target audience, definitely that is really like very valuable in the short term and the long run. A well-defined strategy aligns your sales and marketing efforts, ensuring a cohesive and effective approach to reaching and converting customers. Definitely. So, marketing and sales is definitely they are different fields. I've worked most of my career in marketing, and there is this school of thought that marketing is not just sales. Like there's always this confusion with marketing and sales, but we all know that they are different. We know that marketing has to do with demand generation, has to do with positioning, has to do with branding. But for the sake of this webinar, we're merging them together and seeing how it goes. So because of like we don't have a lot of time, we want to like go straight and just merge them. Yes, increased reach. Definitely, because we're in a digital era. We know that traditional medias would be very, very difficult to track, and we want to increase our reach. What a time to be alive! Like if you're in marketing right now, if you're alive right now, if your business is thriving right now, it's definitely a good time to definitely go digital. So like, and for everything that is worth doing, is definitely worth doing well. Is definitely worth doing well. So you need a digital strategy if you want to be alive. If you want your business to be alive, else it will die a natural death. So brand positioning. So when you talk about brand positioning, what it means is that how you want to be perceived, how you want people to perceive you. Like we know that tough popular brands like Jaguar, they are known for like rough and rugged. We know like Mercedes, yes, luxury, Louis Vuitton, luxury fashion. Yeah, so your positioning cannot come into effect if you don't have a digital strategy, because everybody, come on, yeah, we've gone like away from the traditional brick and mortar method of communication. Everything is now digital, and for you to have that positioning out there, for you to tell people that this is how I am, for you to show them, you have to show them at a point where you know that they are. So, and everybody is digital. So definitely that's why you need a strategy. Everything that should be done well. And you need a strategy to actually push out your brand in the minds of people. Yeah. And so we have some statistics here, which is 81% of shoppers online research before making a purchase. That starts from Think with Google. And we know that people nowadays, whether you're getting something big or small, we are definitely emotional buyers. And there is nothing that is actually done in this 21st century that you would not like. Okay, you want this halo effect, you want to have heard about it somewhere or through recommendation. But the whole crux of this is digital strategy is actually very important. You need to have a digital strategy as a person, as a small business, as a mid-sized business, or as a large organization, so that you'll be able to scale on the long run. Yes. So the goal for this session, we're talking about the fundamentals. Learn what a digital sales and marketing strategy entails and why it is very important. We also want to learn how to create a strategy. Yes, we'll learn how to create a strategy. Eh, Everybody thinks that, I think we are in an era whereby everybody thinks they are specialists. Just because they can dance online and get a lot of comments, you feel you are a strategist. A lot of things just happen by luck. But for a person that is serious about doing business, I think it's highly imperative for you to do things well, do things very, very well. That is why we will learn how to create. There are steps to these things. You don't just come out in isolation and just start creating strategies. There are steps to these things. And also, there's something about creating a strategy and not executing and not knowing how to execute. Everybody can create a strategy. Just like you hear that, how will I put it? You hear that, yes, video works on Instagram, or Reels rather. You hear that Reels video work on Instagram. Yes, just because your brand is scaling with this type of strategy does not mean that it will work for you. So we will actually delve into where after crafting out your strategy, your personalized strategy, you learn how to execute them. Like we'll explore actionable tips for implementing this strategy across your digital touch points, and definitely you measure and improve. because when you're not measuring something, you would not know if it's succeeding, and you will not know how to improve them. And definitely, the goal is definitely how to empower your business in the long run. If you're not empowered by this webinar, I don't think the essence has been achieved. So consequences of not having a strategy. Definitely, wasted budget should come at the top. Attribution in marketing. This is like the biggest headache for every business coming up. In fact, every business, whether established or a new business, attribution is the heaviest marketing headache. And what do I mean by attribution? You want to know the channels that is working for you so that you don't waste money. A lot of companies waste money because they don't have a strategy. A lot of small businesses waste money because they do not have a strategy. So attribution is one of the biggest headache for marketing. But why do you need a strategy? Like the strategy I'm going to be giving you, I'm also going to be I'm telling you how to track them, and how to make sure that you optimize on what is working and remove your marketing spend on what is not working, so you would not waste budget. I said inefficient spending on scattered effort. Yes, just like I said earlier, because you heard that Reels video is working, that does not mean that it is the right way for your business. Because we see it a lot of times where you see that, yeah, this thing is actually trending, and you want to like hop onto it and to see how you get like the best. So everything has to be in a strategic framework, and you achieve your organizational aim. So, but the consequences of not having a strategy at all, you just want to be doing advertising and different type of things, either advertising, either organic marketing, through like paid or end media, as the case may be. It is very tacky, and it might work initially, but I believe we want to build businesses that will stand the test of time, or that will last decades, and you can either close it down or divest it into other avenues. Yes, you see something like inconsistent results. Definitely, I said that earlier when I said you have to have a strategy so that you don't just jump on what is working for another person. You have to have like this consistency. You know that, okay, you have a sharp decline this month because of a particular thing. Because of a particular thing. I think I watch football a lot, and I see that teams come into the field of play with strategy. Without strategy, there will be a lot of inconsistent results. Any team you see that is struggling, be it football team, be it an organization, anybody at all, you notice that there's no strategy to what they are doing. They are just believing in luck, and just throwing all of their marketing arsenals to the wind and see which one would work. And I'm very sure that is not what your business is up for. I said lack of alignment between sales and marketing. Yeah, I remember reiterating that sales is not marketing, marketing is not sales, but they work as brothers. So there will be a lot of fights between these two departments, because sales would take the credit for the leads gotten, and marketing will always want to take the credit. So in order not to have these inconsistencies, we need to have a unified strategy and a general organizational strategy, and but we're definitely heading towards goals and strategy formulation. So, but for now, uh, the last one, we missed opportunities. Yes, definitely. These are the consequences of not having a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, we miss opportunities. Marketing is always evolving. We always hear that like almost on a daily basis. And for brands that are not like catching up with the flow, catching up with the speed, you will definitely miss a lot of opportunities. You have this inability to reach the right target audience at the right time. At the right time. So just imagine that a brand is actually doing a trending challenge that trended 5 months ago. Yes, this challenge that they are doing, yes, it trended, but because they don't have a strategy to every of the things they are doing, they will actually miss, or they might be overwhelmed with, okay, what is trending, this is doing, they want to do it, jump on it. It might work for them, but jumping on another one again, it definitely might not work. So everything has to be organized. The whole essence of this particular slide is so you have an organized framework for getting leads into your business, getting sales. Either you have more like a digital product, whether you have a physical product, whether you have a service business, whether you're B2B, whether you're a government organization. But if you want to acquire customers or users, you have to have a strong strategy. Else, it leads to wasted effort, missed opportunities, or inconsistent results. Yes, so creating a digital strategy. Creating a digital strategy. We know about having smart goals. Yes, having smart goals is it's more like an acronym that we all know, which is like having specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. I wouldn't like be delving this deep into this because it's more like something we're very familiar with. For example, you want to increase website traffic by 20% within 3 months by optimizing blog content and running paid ads. So this is just like a general objective that you want to increase. So this is more like a specific objective rather. You know what to do. So this is a smart goal, an example of a smart goal. Another example would be like you want to increase your sales within Q4 of 2024 by running paid ads on Meta and Google. This is a specific action plan. This is a specific goal you have, and you have to have a strategy to back it up. So why smart goals matters is because it creates that clear direction. In growth marketing, there's what they call North Star metrics. So we know that a lot of businesses in my in life as a marketing consultant, I've had small businesses, middle business, and mid-sized businesses reach out to me to run paid ads, to optimize like different marketing efforts, either to run paid ads, to do SEO audit or optimization, to do general business restructuring and brand repositioning. And I've always noticed that they have multiple goals. Let me just use an example. Like, let's say you want to run ads, and you see a lot of people they want to run ads. They have like a discounted product, but they are more like focused on, yes, I want to get more leads, I want to get more customers, and at the same time I want to get more followers. And you just see them giving a little budget. Marketing does not work that way. Marketing and sales does not work that way actually. So you can have multiple objectives, yes, at a time. However, it's very good for them to be very clear. Like I said earlier, you want to increase sales by 20% within the next 6 months or within the Q4 2024 by running paid ads. I think you should just stick with that. I would advise a brand to stick with that first. However, I know that different strategies do not work in isolation of the other. So you can also you want to build your brand when you are not focusing on building your community base, but we'll get to that when that is that. When I talk about ICP, remember smart goals and ICP. I scramble them together here because this is like the the first thing you have to consider when creating a digital sales and marketing strategy. You have to consider, okay, what do I want to achieve? This is like the smart goal. It might be one, it might be two. You get so you have to consider this. What do I want to achieve? And who are my ICP? So when you talk about ICP, it's more like there's another word you use. I think it's persona. But ICP definitely means ideal customer profile, or you call it like a persona. And what a persona means, a persona is more like a fictitious representation of your target audience. So assuming you sell digital products that has to do with how to go into digital marketing, you have the product selling for $10, and you're in Nigeria and you want to target people that are in Nigeria. So definitely you will know that your ICP will be people within a particular age caliber, people that have interests in different things. People just it definitely just sums up to your customer profile. Who are my customers? So if you cannot create a good marketing or sales strategy without having a smart goal you want to achieve, in growth marketing we call it like a North Star metrics. What do I want to achieve? I've worked with a SaaS company, that software as a service company, that our North Star metrics for the time was onboarding users up to 50%. I think up to like 500 users in the next 1 month, in the next 3 months, in the next 5 months, next 6 months, in the next year. So like you need to have like specific goals you're gunning for, and you need to know who you are targeting at a particular time. Good. Another thing you should consider, I think the third thing you should consider when creating a digital sales and marketing strategy is understanding the psychology of buying. Earlier, I mentioned that um, we are all emotional beings, emotional and logical beings. But we need to understand that buying, buying here, if I'm defining buying here, you know what buying means. So it doesn't have to be buying. I think that's like a wrong choice of word. But psychology of buying has to do with psychology of onboarding, psychology of getting customers, psychology of winning. You get the grill. So it's more like psychology of buying. You need to understand that people are made up of emotions and there are different models. I love using models because they've been proved, like they are proven scientific research or conjecture that just shows that with this and this, once you put this together, we are certain to get results. So I'll be exploring just a very few psychological models, but the most popular of them all is the AIDA model. This is like very basic in marketing, which is the awareness, interest, desire, action. Yes, definitely. You know that people have to be aware of your brand. Uh, some people even term it when we get to the brother of AIDA, which is like A's that love. It definitely has to now have to do with attention. But awareness or attention, you have to get the attention of people, get your product into the awareness stage. And once people know about it, if it's a good product, people will generate interest. Even if it's not a good product, they will want to know, okay, I've been seeing this a lot on my feed. What does it mean? People will be like, have interest. If they test your product, if they get like positive word of mouth from the product, then they'll have that desire to test or onboard into your platform or buy your digital products, different cases. And then they'll take that definite action, which is like having that uh, purchase relationship with you. But either over the years, either has been faulted because it does not have it doesn't have post purchase decision. So in marketing, there's something called post purchase cognitive dissonance, and it's just that feeling of uncertainty whether you have actually made the right decision or you made the wrong decision. So the AIDA model is faulted here, but it still works. Whatever your business is, it should follow this particular framework, the awareness, interest, desire, and action framework. Another framework I'm talking about with, okay, let me skip this fog mode and talk about it last. We all already know what the Maslow's hierarchy of need. We know that humans, our needs like is categorized into different stratas. We have the physiological, or we call it the biological needs, or call it biogenic needs. These are like the food, clothing, shelter, all of your biological needs as a human being. This is like the most important need you have. After these, you go into the safety need, the need to be safe and to have your loved ones safe. Go into the love and belonging. They need to be loved and they need to love others. Esteem, yeah, so esteem is also called psychological need. You need to like show off, you need to have confidence, you need to be perceived as better or as a good person in your society. And the last is self-actualization. You need to achieve your long long how will I put it? I'll say long desire, long fought desire. Yeah. So like the current president of Nigeria, he has always had this desire to be the president of Nigeria. So he has tried multiple times, just like you know that some other candidates have tried multiple times. But once they get to that position, they've actually achieved self-actualization. That one is even a far-fetched example. You can see people going into charity, people that are very passionate about giving back into society. If you look at how their brain works, you will notice that they're trying to feed into self-actualization. There's that need to be fulfilled in life. Yes, you can also call it the fulfillment need. And why am I bringing the Maslow's hierarchy of need here? I'm bringing it because um, once we explore how humans think, we actually know how to position our strategy in this line. We definitely know that businesses that have your message in position into the physiological safety, love and belonging, esteem and self actualization framework will definitely win than anybody just putting out salesy messages. That is why I said marketing and sales work hand in glove. You cannot say you want to just sell like that without having a strategy, and that strategy is what? Marketing. So the brother of marketing is sales, and they work together to make sure that we satisfy humans' psychological safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization need. So another model you should explore is the acid test model. So it's very similar to the AIDA model, but highlights the need for comprehension as a distinct phase. So it's more like the awareness, comprehension, interest, desire before action. That's like the acid test model. So this just shows that um, comprehension. So at each of these phases that your customers go through the buying journey, but would enter buying journey next, um, there are different messages you can give out to them. So understanding that humans think in a in this manner, and there are hundreds of frameworks you can explore. Frameworks application. If you're a small business, I do not think, if you're a small business selling perhaps like a physical goods or service, uh, I do not think some of these models might work for you, because some of them are like fine-tuned to SaaS companies. You want to onboard users into like your app. You want to get people to subscribe for your products. You want to get people to buy digital products. You want to get, so you have different models that work for the type of business you're doing, the type of industry you are in. So different models work for different. So you actually need a model. That's why I say for you to create a strategy. I mentioned my love for football. Using Guardiola, using a football team. If I'm to give an example, I'll say Manchester City. If you notice, they can play total football, they can play tiki taka. Same with Barcelona. This is their identity. This is their strategy they use. However, we all know that marketing evolves. You cannot just stick to one strategy and just stay there. I believe when we come to the next step, will be talking about how to go about that. Yes, and fog behavioral model. Yes, this works a lot because it just deals with motivation, ability, and trigger. So this motivation is just more like a push. This is where you see people. I think there's a general thing that people still use. A lot of people that do sales of digital products, you see a lot of times where you see countdowns, you will see them creating a very catchy landing page with that is heavy on persuasive copy. Yes, I think that is a word. Just in a bit to motivate people. And the ability here is a person's ability to buy, a person's ability to be qualified. So folk behavioral model actually works very well with SaaS companies. And yeah, the trigger could just be like the call to action. So exploring different models will actually help you tap into how people think before they make a purchase decision. If you're a small business, know the model that works for you. If you're a big business, know the model that works for you. And once you key into the psychology of people, you definitely make sales. Yes, this is what I was talking about, customer journey mapping. So we all know that I think this is a retail customer journey. If you notice from the first side, there is something like need to purchase, research on my phone, go to store, make the purchase, use it, ask support in case you need any support, and do the repeat purchase, all from the beginning. So Let's just assume you have a digital product that you want to sell, and draft out, you map out your customer journey. Okay, I have a website. I have, okay, let's just use e-commerce. Let's just use e-commerce. I have a website, and I'm assuming that people would come into the page from the home page. They will explore categories. They will see the goods and service. They'll click on it. They'll read down. They'll get convinced by the copy. They'll look at the images. They'll check the reviews. They would buy. An example of that is just Jumia, Gigi, Konga, as the case may be. So this is like your customer journey. However, we're in 2024, and I always say that you cannot predict how people would buy your product, how people will subscribe to your offering. So it is very difficult for you to track. It might not, in most of the cases, it might not work like this. It might be that that's why a lot of people still doubt if the funnel system in marketing still works, whereby you see people coming in from the beginning phase. Okay, they don't know your brand. Okay, they are not aware of your brand. Okay, with time, they get acclimatized to your brand. With time, they want to test your brand. With time, they like it and they do that. So people might not actually come in from that phase. So some people might come in, maybe a lot of people might come in through that phase. And then again, another set of people might come in through another phase. Somebody might just ask his friend, hello, do you know where I could get like a PlayStation 5 right here in Lekki Phase 1? And just one phone call to a vendor on Jumia, he will get it shipped in. So people might not pass through this this funnel system. So, but it is customer journey in mind. It is very important because you need to capture people at different stages of the product adoption. You need to capture people at different phases because the messaging and strategy you have to use for people that are not aware of your brand at the top of funnel will be totally different from the messages that you use for people that are well aware of your brand. So it is very important that you understand that the marketing funnel is very, very complicated and at the same time very simple. So that is that about the customer journey. The only takeaway from here is that you need to be well aware that marketing does not follow a very straight line. It's not black and white. People can jump loops, people can jump funnels from the front down to maybe with just some awareness, down to sales, down to purchase rather. Maybe just from awareness, some people will definitely fall off the marketing funnel, maybe just from different places coming in into the funnel and make a purchase. So you need to understand that, and you need to craft out different strategies across different levels of marketing. Yes. How do you execute these strategies? In this executing phase, I'll be talking about bringing out the strategy and pushing it out into the markets. But first thing first, we need to understand the relationship between marketing and sales. We need to understand that, like I said earlier, marketing is all about positioning the brand as yes, I am the go-to when it comes to this particular thing. Branding, awareness, positioning. Uh, Marketing need to convince people. Marketing need to put the brand out there. Marketing need to tweak the perception of people for that particular product. While sales, we definitely everybody knows what sales is. Sales is definitely to close the deal and follow up. Close a deal and follow up. So these are like two sides of the coin. Every company I've had experience with, if it's a small company, they are merged together. But we definitely know that there might be a person doing sales, another is doing marketing, or if it's a very small company, it might just be one person, but they know that these things are different. So we know that you need to separate them because you need separate strategies across board. But for the sake of this webinar, we'll be delving more into marketing and less of sales. But every strategy given here will definitely help you get customers. But it's more like we are using a marketing centered approach instead of a sales centered approach. Because if we're using sales centered approach, we might not sleep here. We might. So, that being said, digital marketing strategy, creating awareness and demand. Yes. How do you go about a digital marketing strategy? The first thing you need to do, remember I said, when I was talking about creating a marketing and sales strategy that work, the first thing I said was having smart goals. You know what you want to achieve. So once you know what you want to achieve, you will definitely and you will definitely know who are your ICPs, your ideal customer profile, your target audience or your target persona. Then once you have these variables in place, the first thing you have to do is to do an audit. An audit is the first thing you have to do. If I get into a new company, the first thing I use audit. Why is an audit important, or what is an audit? An audit is assessment. Where are we now and where do we want to go? So an audit has to be merged with your smart goal. An audit has to be merged with your strategy. Where is this company at this point in time? Okay, I'm a new brand. Where are we? I'm a new brand. That is like internal audit. Audit is internal. Audit can be external. So when you're talking about internal audit, you're talking about um how many hands do we have in play, like how many hands we have in marketing and sales, and what have they been doing, what has been working, what has not been working for us, how do we scale that? Okay, because once you understand what is working, you will want to improve what is working and reduce your marketing effort in terms of marketing expenditure, marketing time, and focus. You want to reduce it on what is not working and and improve what is working. So how can you do that without an audit? You definitely need an audit. You have to audit internally what is working and what is not working, and you have to audit externally your competitors. If you have like one or two competitors in your niche, you might say, okay, what are they doing that is working? If your target is to use advertising as one of your marketing arsenal, you might go to a tool called Facebook Ad Library. Even on TikTok, they have their own ad library. Even on Google, they have their own ad library. It definitely just shows all your competitors, how they are running their ads, the strategies they are using, their messaging, their copy, their creative, and if it's in Europe, you can actually see some of their conversion and reach. So the first thing you have to do is definitely an audit, so that you know where you are and how to go about the next step. So the next step is strategy framework and key messaging. Yes, strategy framework. Remember, I said at the beginning of when you are creating your strategy that work, you have to have a framework. You have to have a model that works for you. Pep Guardiola will always use total football. He'll always use tiki taka, which is what works for him. Ruben Amorim, which is Manchester United's coach, we always use a three-man back line. This is what works for him. He's well acclimatized with this. He believes in it. So you have to have a list of strategies you want to take on and believe in these strategies. But it must be strategy that is like bent on working. And how will you know that this is working? Is by doing the first thing, which is audits. Know what your competitors are doing, list down what they are doing, know how to implement them, know how to make it better. That is an audit, external audit. So, which you now delve into strategic framework and key message. Strategic framework, like I said, get a model that works for you. Fog model might not work for you if you're not a SaaS company. It might not work for you, it might work for you. Either model is generic, it can work for any brand. You just have to analyze everything, all like different models, read a lot, see different strategies that different brands are actually using at a particular time, and know how to use any one of them or a combination of one or two. But you need to have a structured strategy for your brand. And key messaging. Why I said key messaging is, what do you want to be known for? What is like your unique selling points? How do you put it out to the public? You need to have these things in place. That is why you have a strategy. What are the key things you want to emphasize? Every brand has a good side. If you have a bad side, that is not what you want to push out. Even if your good side is just only one, you have to have a strategy on how to give this thing out, on how to show people that, okay, yes, this is what we do. This is it. So, after finishing that, writing it down in a well-structured document, you now have to do channel selection. For a small business, for a mid-sized business, even for a big business, you have to do channel selection. You cannot be active 100% on all channels. Why? Because we all know that there are specific kind of brands that suit that do well on specific channels. You cannot say you're a facility management company and your main channel is email marketing. Email marketing is a very good channel. In fact, it's a channel I'm very passionate about. I've used it to scale thousands of dollars across companies I've worked for. But for a facility management company, it works, but that might not be your major channel. So you have to look for the channel that works best for you. And how do you do that? It's by testing. Once you've audited your brand, you audited your competitors, you see the channels that are working for them, you start with that. Start with 2 or 3 channels first. And once you start doubling down on the ones that are working. And we live in an age where we know that the attention span of everyone is very low. I think it was 5 seconds before. Now it's now lower than that. People would not engage with your brand's content if it's not engaging, if it does not catch the first few seconds of their attention. So channel selection is key. You cannot say you're selling a physical goods and you're a small business, and let's say the people you're targeting are young people, not young professionals, yeah, just young people into partying and nightlife, and you say you want to target on platforms like LinkedIn. You might have a profile there, but that is not like your core channel. So you need to have a combination of channels that these channels would work for me. And you need to test different channels. You need to be open to tests. In marketing, you cannot have a fixed mindset. You definitely have to have that growth mindset that, okay, yes, I would not be biased because times have changed. You don't have to be biased because times have changed. A lot of big brands are hopping into TikTok. They're going into TikTok because they found that the younger generations, the mid-age generations love the platform. Banks, restaurants, down to law firms are going into TikTok. Serious businesses are going into. So you need to have a right combination of channels that is well researched upon by your external audit and your track record and the track record of your competitor and your industry, and definitely you select the right combination of channel for you. Now, after that, you plan and execute your campaigns. Remember, I said these strategies are focused mainly on marketing and sales, not sales and marketing. So, plan and execute your campaigns. I would like to put it clear that running ads is not a strategy. If you're a small business and your only strategy that you have is running ads, I think you would be awoken by root shock that that is not a strategy. So plan and execute campaign. And what do I mean by campaigns? If you're talking about campaigns, what does campaign mean? Campaigns are series of marketing initiative to achieve at a designated marketing goal. And you can have a general marketing campaign that encapsulates both email marketing, content marketing, um, um, paid ads, SEO, as the case may be. So you might say you want to have only one channel campaign, which is email marketing campaign. Then you will now talk about, okay, getting an email list, build an email list, automations and all. Or you want to say you want to have a paid ads campaign. So if you have a small business, for example, and you say, okay, the only thing you want to use to scale your business, I just want to run ads. I just want to run. That is not a strategy. And everything has to be done well. You want to run ad, if you want to run ads, it has to be like it has to be done well in a campaign format. Remember, I said there is always a funnel, and people patronize your business at different stages of the funnel. But a lot of people will come from the top, which is the awareness phase. But from awareness phase, they jump. Most of them jump stages. So if you're coming up with advertising campaign, maybe meta ads campaign, everything has to be done well. Everything has to be done well. So it starts with an audit, entered into strategic framework and key messaging that you give to the people. Go into channel selection. Know which channel works best for you, because you don't have the whole marketing budget. You cannot spend, if you have only let's say $5,000 monthly as your marketing spend, you cannot take all of them and run them into email marketing. You cannot take all of them and just run them into one channel, except it has been proven that this is the only channel that works for you. And how will you know? You test. So you have to have the right combination of channels, because marketing spend, that I don't think there's any company in the world where the marketing spend is unlimited. We're hearing that, yeah, Temu had spent billions of dollars to do market, but it's definitely not unlimited. There has to be a cap. It's a holy grail. That would be like a holy grail of excitement for any marketer in the world that has an unlimited marketing budget. No company does, because every company definitely wants to make return on investment, and that return is usually, in quotes, monetary. So if you have an unlimited marketing budget, you just spend it anyhow, and you definitely still convert, because you put $1 million in influencer marketing, put $1 million in email marketing, 1 million. So then you start scaling up. No. Most businesses, in fact, all businesses have a limited budget, and you, as either the business owner, as a marketer, or as an individual that want to help out a business or your business, you have to select the right channels, because you don't have all the money in the world. After which you plan and execute the campaign, be it individual or a collective campaign. Then after that, you measure and optimize continuously. So when I said I'm a growth marketer, what differentiates me from a digital marketer is my ability to run iterative tests, testing, run source level optimization on campaigns, run different experiments, um, know what is working, know the best time to shut off a campaign, know the best time to shut off a marketing channel. So everything has to be measured and optimized. And remember, from the onset, I said you cannot really know the success of a team if there is no measurement. That KPI, let's just say your intention is to get 50 customers. You definitely have to measure your results against your benchmark, your benchmark objective. So after executing your campaign, you measure and optimize continuously. You filter out the ones that are not working. You filter out the channels that are not giving you good traction, or you just keep it there for organic growth. You double down on the one that is working. If you're running performance marketing campaign, which is more like um, which is a combination of ads and email marketing, just onboarding campaigns, you have to like put in money on the things that are working and reduce money from the things that are not working. Just that whole process of measuring and optimizing continuously is definitely going to do you good. So after that after that phase is completed, we'll now have to do the alignment of sales and marketing. So alignment of sales and marketing is very important, because I made mention of attribution being one key area people find headache. You need to align them for various reasons, so that sales do not take credit for marketing and marketing does not take credit for sales. You need to align that, and how one of the best ways to align them is by having a CRM. So, but if you're a small business, you might not have the money to go for big CRMs. So one of the CRMs I would advise you to get would be something like uh, um, you can go for something like Apollo. Apollo is actually not like a full stack CRM, but it helps with lead generation. It helps with a whole lot of things, but it works actually, and I think it's quite affordable. So you need to align the both of, even if it's one person that is actually doing both marketing and sales, you need a lot of alignment. So that, remember I said everything we are doing here must be structured. Structure is the most important thing. Once you have structure, you can double down on what is working and follow that same pattern. If your pattern is 4-4-2 in football, you definitely know, oh, with 4-4-2, I win a lot of games. Then you can tweak one or two things. Maybe in the second half, when you see that result is dropping, you tweak one or two things, do some substitution, increase your strengths in a particular area. Maybe your right back is not working well, you change him, or just like the life of a business is just like life in football. You optimize, 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 and you align marketing and sales in a battle. So when it comes to sales, we all know that sales, if you want to go fully only on sales, you definitely know about the that's like B2B sales rather. You talk about the prospecting, talk about the consideration, talk about sending a proposal and the demo and all those kind of stuff. But for the sake of this webinar, we're merging them together and we're saying there must be an alignment through a software or through a method. But usually I propose a CRM whereby both sales and marketing that can integrate their efforts and come out successful. Then the next will be scale and automate. So in creating awareness and demand, you need to scale and automate. So business naturally, for profit businesses, it's a race actually. So if you're running and you're running at a particular pace, 2 years ago you made a profit of $100,000. Last year you made a profit of $102,000. This year you are set to make a profit of $105,000. There's literally like little to no growth at all. Less you are breaking even, you're making little profit to keep yourself afloat. However, your business is not having this like it doesn't have this potency to scale. So for you to scale, you need to come up with these strategies. That's why one of the most important is this measure and optimize continuously. It's more like an iterative process. It's an iteration. It's really like having different marketing strategies working together and knowing, okay, this is working, I'm optimizing. This did not work, let me add more budget. After a while, if it doesn't work, you reduce budget. So everything has to be continuously measured and optimized. But for it to scale, you need to do a whole lot of automation. Especially if you're a small business, I'm very passionate about email marketing automations because while I started my career, I started in a marketing agency, and we do a lot of cold calls. That is with your telephone and cold emails, and we were we had just 4 people as the staff strength, and I was the only one in the marketing team, and the CEO was actually just supporting me. So I would do the cold calls, I would send the cold emails, I would do a whole lot of things, even running campaigns. But I found out that it was very stressful. After a while, I discovered automation. I'm putting this out for businesses, especially mid-sized businesses, that automation will help you save cost a lot. Once you see what is working, look for a way to automate, especially now that we are in an AI um, era whereby people they're using different automation tools to get things done faster. So had it been that I was armed with the knowledge I have now, the best thing for us to just do is automate the cold email processes. If it's well automated, if it's done well, definitely there will still be like a human element in it that would show that yes, there's this digital, like there's this human touch point in our conversation, but there will be a lot of automation. It will be built and automated, and that is the only way you scale. Because if you don't have a lot of people in your organization, you will definitely need a lot of automation. You will definitely need AI. You definitely need AI to do a lot of work. to double down on what is working and scale it to a higher ebb. So the next one, converging sales and marketing. Yes, digital strategy has to do with the both of them. Once you have marketing, marketing is generating the demand. Uh, the only reason you need to separate these strategies is because sales thrives best on personalized tactics. Sales will always thrive where there's personalized tactics, and marketing will always thrive where through digital tools and campaigns. For you to see that sales is getting, they're hitting their quota, there has to be personalized. That you have to have people that do that. But if you are a small business owner, a digital product, you have to convert the both of them. So, and how can you do that through a CRM? There are different ones you should explore if you really want to make like headway in your business. You can see this loop from marketing down to sales to customer. Once you get the feedback, it goes back to marketing. This whole process is the iterative process. So for a business to work well, there has to be improvement. You have to have a loop for feedback. There has to be that feedback loop whereby marketing is doing the positioning, is doing the awareness. They're running different campaigns across different channels with different digital tools. Sales is closing the deals, not just in a traditional way with employing digital strategies. Also, there has to be a loop for feedback, and the whole iterative process goes on and on and on, and the business scales and you automate it, and definitely you make your money. So this highlights the progression of leads from initial engagement to conversion and further iteration. This is just basically what this slide was talking about. Yes, measure and optimize continuously. If you notice, half of everything I'm talking about is measurement and optimization of what is working. If you're running if you're running paid campaigns, it's especially if you're using like a native ads or regular meta ad, you do a lot of source level optimization. Track KPIs. And how do you track KPIs? Definitely, if you have a website, I'm very big on tech, and I'm assuming that if you are watching this video on YouTube, you are definitely tech savvy. You're definitely tech savvy, and you would definitely want to, you have this awareness. There's a certain level of awareness when it comes to your digital adoption. You probably have a website or a landing page. I use Google Analytics a lot. I use Microsoft Clarity. I use different tracking tools to make sure that yes, I know what is working. There are different metrics you can track, like traffic, engagement, conversion. Yeah, definitely. But you cannot say you're a business owner that is serious about making profits and you are not tracking what is working. You are, I think I had a point in my career where we're running campaigns in hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars actually, and the campaign just stopped automatically. It was because we had a system to track our success and failures. I was able to see that okay, yeah, people are falling off from a particular web page because there was no strong call to action button. By the time it was optimized, we were able to hit our marketing targets, and we were able to make that campaign very excellent. Yes, and analyzing results. That is comparing campaign results against benchmarks and goals. That is like the first thing. Once you set your smart goal, you would now say, okay, yeah, these are my campaign results, and how okay, if my campaign result I'm getting 22 customers, and I had a smart goal to get 50 customers. Have I reached my like benchmarking it against my smart benchmark? Like, have I achieved my smart goal? I have not actually, but that does not mean that campaign it's failed. Definitely, it has to be improved. Know what worked, know what did not work, optimize it, do a lot of iteration, have personal iteration with your teammates, with your team members, and know how to scale it. Identify areas of underperformance and pivot quickly. I've treated that. Yes, I think that is what this was talking about. Yes, there are different marketing automation tools you can use. There's HubSpot, there's Salesforce, there's Marketo. there is a active campaign. This helps to streamline your workflow and to make sure that marketing and sales works together. So if you're actually thinking about scaling and automation, I just said let me talk about this. Um, you have to have an arsenal of different market. It's very beautiful that we're in 2024, and right from late 2022, you have the advent of the GPTs, uh, the different AI integrations you can use for beautiful, as basic automation, from basic automation to complex automations. You could definitely see how to scale it up, but to do that you have to be well abreast with marketing automation tools. Like I said before, campaigns are group of marketing initiatives that when run achieve a designated marketing goal. uh, these particular ones, if you notice, they are skewed towards email marketing. They're skewed towards email marketing because on HubSpot, on Salesforce, on Marketo, and Active Campaign, you can actually do a lot of automation, automated messages, automated strategies to make sure that you achieve your marketing objective. There's also outsourcing and partnership. I always have this mantra that you cannot live long enough to learn everything in life. As a small business owner, as a mid-sized business owner, you might not have enough staff strength to get all the competencies or to get your business firing on all cylinders. So what do? You outsource or you have partnerships with people. Outsource specialized tasks, maybe like video production or SEO, or if you're very focused on running your organization and you're a small business owner, I think you should just do a lot of outsourcing. But with the information you've gotten from these slides, in terms of having the reason why you need to have a core strategy in place, how to build a core strategy in terms of what I said, audit, getting the right channel, doing a lot of iterative experiments, knowing the model to choose and what works best for you. Once you have all these things at the back of your head and you cannot execute anyone, you need to outsource to a specialist. We're in 2024 and you can get specialists across different boards, across be it Upwork, be it Fiverr. You can get or like just ask questions. You definitely need to outsource specific specific tasks if you don't have the staff strength. So hold on, yeah. So expand and test new channels. We see a lot of we are seeing an advent of brands entering into TikTok, especially even before you see that there are now TikTok ads. We've actually seen this influx, and that's because TikTok is not just that Gen Z social media channel. I'm using TikTok as an example because I'm just trying to like explain exploring new channels. We see a lot of brands because these brands they have this growth mindset. And what does that entail? They are not swayed by their own personal bias. You might have had an experience maybe working in a company. If you have not, I have working in a company whereby the manager is very strict on, okay, this is a strategy, this is the only strategy we should use. If you suggest something like email marketing, it gets rejected. Suggest something like entering into maybe a social media like TikTok, you get rejected. This is what we know, this is what we are familiar with. That mindset is set to kill your business, is set to kill your personal brand. But that doesn't mean you should just start posting your putting your brand across all channels. Like I said from the beginning, once you audit your competitors, audit your, like, do an internal and external audit your industry, audit um industry similar to yours, and after the audit, then you can test what is working and leave what is not working. However, you can still be that purple cow. Purple cow is, of course, we don't see purple cows everywhere. Purple cow is that cow that is different. So you can have a business that is different and say, okay, I want to explore this option. Everything is all fair and nice when it comes to exploration. If you can explore TikTok, even if you're a law firm in Nigeria and you're exploring TikTok, it might look funny. But there's no harm in exploring as long as you're not wasting your marketing budget on what you've not like seen as what you've not tested to work. But you just have to have this growth mindset that anything can work. Marketing is not black and white, and you definitely achieve your designated goal if you are open-minded. Yes, final thoughts. Customer acquisition is not a stochastic process. It's a deliberate cycle of testing, learning, and iterating to find what works and scale it effectively. So when it comes to stochastic process, you need to understand that consumers or customers or your ICPs or your personas are unpredictable. If I wanted to bring a case study, but I'm actually working with a timeline of 1 hour, and but it's not possible. So customer acquisition is not so. So what that means is definitely that you cannot predict human beings when it comes to sales and marketing. That it worked last week does not mean it will work this week. That is working for A does not mean it will work for B. So nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is black and white in marketing. Everything has to be tested. But for it to be tested, you have to have an open mind. You definitely have to have an open mind and understand that marketing works with sales. And for you to do that well, you need to have like a functional CRM. And nothing good can ever come out of everything I've actually said if there is no structure. And that was what I was trying to talk about at the other slide. I think that was like the most important slide where I talked about audits. I talk about choosing the right channel. I talk about product messaging and pushing it out. That's like the most important slide for this webinar. But definitely everything has to go through this phase of testing, having different experiments. But if you're a small business owner, if you're a freelancer, everything has to be structured well. Like we always say, Barcelona is known for tiki-taka. Amorim is known for a three-man backline. What is your business actually known for? You need to be known for something. You need to have a brand personality. I said Jaguar is known for being rough and rugged. I said Mercedes, Louis Vuitton, and this luxury brand, they're being known for luxury. What are you actually known? Are you known for a brand that is unconventional, a brand that is different, a purple cow? So these things matter when crafting strategies that work. Marketing is ever evolving, it is ever changing. And for you to succeed, definitely, you have to know what is working now. It might be working last year, but it's not working now. What is working now? And scale it up, double down on it, increase your budget for it, and you definitely achieve your designated objective. So that will be that. I run free consultation. You're free to reach out to me at any point in time. I'll be willing to help you reach your marketing goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. Can you hear me well, Mr. Kenneth?
Oh,
Hello?
loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Wow, this is a school, a pure school, a pure, a pure school. Like Mr. Kenneth, we're going to be working together like next year. I'm planning to travel. I don't know. We're going to talk. I'll get to come and visit you. The Lagos
Okay.
now.
Yes, I'm
I
in
need to
Lagos.
we need to work together to plan because you know why I'm saying this because
Yeah.
a lot of times now I just checked Chat GPT and it says 70 to 80% of businesses fail in Africa
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
5 years. 5 years because
Yes.
of this thing. We spoke about auditing,
Mm,
then the channels, then the messaging. Like I just came late, but
yeah.
understood because I did my research on this. Thank you so much. You want to
Yeah.
say something? You want to say something like you want to say something? A lot of businesses fail. Can I share a story? My mom started a school a few years ago, and it
Okay.
was 7 years. But things just went like like it went down. Like what's the problem? My daddy has a business. He's into ties, but there's no effective structure. I say, like this thing you're talking about is actually what we African need. And this video now is on
Exactly.
YouTube now, and I'm sure mostly Africans don't want to watch it. It's Americans that want to watch it now. Canada,
Yeah.
yes, this
Yeah.
one. Africa, they do too much.
That is just true. And then again, like I said earlier, most of what away from the fact that I have a first and second degree in marketing, digital marketing, respectively.
Hmm.
Um, most of the things I know are like real experiences I've gotten working for brands around the world.
Hmm.
You get, and
I do.
a lot of Nigerian businesses are very good, and there's still a larger population of businesses that are still trying
I
to
need
find
this.
their way.
I'm
Exactly. They are
telling you.
definitely still kind of find their way. And a lot of them will just say, okay, come up with a digital market or digital sales strategy. But if it's not structured, if you don't have a structure in place in terms of you will not just jump on anything. You don't just go to the next move like the how will I put
Like
it?
channels that just run campaigns anyhow, as you said.
You don't just go on with the trending channel. Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yes,
You
that I'm
go on
saying. I understand your point.
yeah, you go with things that is well researched that it will work for you and you can definitely
Like
scale
data,
with it.
as you said.
However,
Yeah.
you will not
Yeah.
have a boxed mindset. I've worked with like with a lot of Nigerian companies and they have this mindset that oh no, this will not work. And I
Email
will not
marketing was
blame
more.
them actually. Yet I
Very
will
true. I
not
understand
blame
your
them
point.
because a lot of marketers, a lot of businesses work with a designated budget. They don't really have money. They
Yes.
don't really have
Very true.
money. So, but there are still ways. There are still ways. I think in my
Lots
first
of
degree,
ways.
I wrote on that there was a project topic that I was very passionate about is guerrilla marketing. That's unconventional marketing. And one
Wow.
of the standpoints of guerrilla marketing is low cost effects. How to use the cheapest things in this life to achieve the highest form of return on investment. So
Hmm.
brands have to do a lot of assessment, both internal and external. If it's a new brand, they must have businesses they're looking up to.
Yes. It's very
We
important.
have
Very,
to
very
know
important.
what is working for them. Everything is not just everything
Don't
is
don't
not
like
just
this.
customer service. Oh, it's how you treat your customers.
Yes,
Everything is
true.
not just that. It's not just that. But every engine of a business will have to work together to achieve that organization's objective.
Very true.
A a company has an objective. Maybe they want to be the top 20 financial institution in Africa.
I do understand.
That's an example. A bank might say, I have an objective that I want to be among the top 20 financial institutions in Africa. That is very specific, right? However, they cannot just achieve that on their own. They have to now look, okay, who is in the top five?
Teamwork.
What are they doing? How can I put it into my
Yeah.
business? How can I scale it? A lot of them might not have the resources in terms of staff strength and the money, but there are still ways
Very
they
true.
can do it through a guerrilla marketing approach. Do you
Hmm.
understand? So, but everything has to be planned. Like I will always say, Pep Guardiola is known for total football and tiki taka. Different people, they are known for something, so you need to be known for, but that does not mean that because you are known for this thing you cannot change. Marketing is ever evolving, so definitely if you don't evolve you die a natural death.
Hmm. Very true. Thank you so much. Mr.
Yeah,
Kenneth,
thank
you
you
need to
so
take like let's give like ice is it ice cream or burger, which one? Thank you so much.
much. Yeah, it's
Actually,
fine.
I would love us to work together. I have some projects coming up. I know it is requires
Okay.
me. Because I know you're going to be busy. So maybe paid master classes. I'm going physical paid master classes on in Lagos. Trying to move.
Yeah.
I'll love us to work together. I'll love us. We'll talk behind me. I'll call you. I'll call you.
That works,
Thank
that
you so much.
works.
This is businesses actually need this. Please, if you're a business owner or small business owner, don't assume you know everything. Sit down and learn. Because sometimes people just invest so much in business and 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, bam. It's not a good one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you need to be off. You can go
Yeah,
off, sir. Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
thank you for having me.
Thank,
Have a nice
thank you. Everyone, I beg you. I beg you. Please go and watch this thing again and again and again. Please go and watch it again and again. You can reach out to Mr. Kenneth or just Kenneth who Okeugo on Facebook. Reach out to him on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Kenneth Okeugo. I'll I'll do it. Just use the link below the comment section. You can join the group community. Then you can access to me. Then I'll just send you. I don't know if you permit me, or just reach out to me. Businesses need this. Businesses need this. We'll be having physical meetings, probably different countries. Hopefully, uh, global digital masterclass. I got that inspiration yesterday, so I'll be working with some persons to ensure that that's meeting. Business needs to scale up. That's why we see unemployment in Africa. Unemployment for you. 20% of businesses actually ensure that they build this, they get this in place. And that's why they can't capture all the unemployed employees. I don't even understand. They can't capture. That's why we say illegal business because structures are not in place. And Mr. Kenneth spoke about that the structures needs to be in place. You get my point? So if we sit down to learn these things, these American people are that Europe people are using it, they're getting it, they know these things. I mean, they're creating structures, systems. These things, we not be saying this corruption, countries, someone killing, someone doing Yahoo, someone doing this kind of thing. We need to sit down and learn and trust God by next 2025. We'll be going to nations, trust God. Sponsor, if you will sponsor, want to partner with us, please use the link in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Kenneth, for your time. I don't talk so much. It's like a burden to me. It's like I'll say it's like a load to me. And I want to see African change. I want to thank you so much for your time. And don't forget to share this video, invite someone, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Is it good night, good day, good morning, whatever you're watching for. Thank you. We love you. Happy New Year. This is the last webinar of the year. This is the last webinar of the year. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas. Stay blessed. Oh, thank you so much.